Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. All happy families are alike. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. It is amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. I think, if it is true that there are as many minds as there are heads, then there are as many kinds of love as there are hearts. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. He stepped down, trying not to look long at her, as if she were the sun, yet he saw her like the sun, even without looking. Only people who are capable of loving strongly can also suffer great sorrow, but this same necessity of loving serves to counteract their grief and heals them. We can know only that we know nothing, and that is the highest degree of human wisdom. The events in our lives happen in a sequence in time, but in their significance to ourselves, they find their own order, the continuous thread of revelation. The best thing to hold on to in life is each other. Life is not a spectator sport. If you're going to spend your whole life in the grandstand just watching what goes on, in my opinion, you're wasting your life. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. If I'd have done all the things I was supposed to have done, I'd be really tired. To succeed in life, you need 3 things: a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone. The 2 most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. Don't bother just to be better than your contemporaries or predecessors. Try to be better than yourself. Each person must live their life as a model for others. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. The older you get, the more fragile you understand life to be. I think that's good motivation for getting out of bed joyfully each day. Now it's the little moments that stop me in my tracks, because that's what life is all about. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. So long as the memory of certain beloved friends lives in my heart, I shall say that life is good. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. All serious daring starts from within. Life just doesn't hand you things. You have to get out there and make things happen. That's the exciting part. You'll never do a whole lot unless you're brave enough to try. It takes a deep commitment to change and an even deeper commitment to grow. If you love me as you say you do, she whispered, make it so that I am at peace. Pierre was right when he said that one must believe in the possibility of happiness in order to be happy, and I now believe in it. Let the dead bury the dead, but while I'm alive, I must live and be happy. You can love a person dear to you with a human love, but an enemy can only be loved with divine love. But the law of loving others could not be discovered by reason because it is unreasonable. It's not given to people to judge what's right or wrong. People have eternally been mistaken and will be mistaken, and in nothing more than in what they consider right and wrong. I often think that men don't understand what is noble and what is ignorant, though they always talk about it. He felt now that he was not simply close to her, but that he did not know where he ended and she began. If we admit that human life can be ruled by reason, then all possibility of life is destroyed. Seize the moments of happiness, love, and be loved. That is the only reality in the world. All else is folly. It is the one thing we are interested in here. He was afraid of defiling the love which filled his soul. Something magical has happened to me, like a dream when one feels frightened and creepy, and suddenly wakes up to the knowledge that no such terrors exist. I have wakened up. To get rid of an enemy, one must love him. A man is like a fraction whose numerator is what he is and whose denominator is what he thinks of himself. The larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Not one word, not one gesture of yours could I ever